暑い夏になりそうだ。
Yo, what's happening? Lad here. We're back with two new travelers, or in this case, EX versions of familiar faces in COTC. Firstly, the main character of the Wealth chapters, our dude, Bargello. He's getting his EX version. If you're looking to slap anything in the face with a fan 17 times, along with exploiting all elements in the game, EX Bargello is here for you. He is a dancer of the Wealth faction and hailing from the Cyberst era as part of the Summer Travelers. He is literally the main character when it comes to fan weaknesses, but sadly, that's all he actually does. Let's go ahead and check him out. Kaito Ishikawa is the VA, also the same VA for OG Bargello. Genos from One Punch Man and Tenya from My Hero are the notable roles that I recognize. Let me know if you know of others. But with that, let's go ahead and check out his notable damaging skills. This first one is a SP cost of 68 that becomes 54. It's a 3-hit AoE fan physical damage attack, once it is 65, and it inflicts a 15% fan resist down for 2 turns. Second ability is an SP cost of 62 that becomes 50. It's a 4-hit single target fan physical damage attack, once of again 65. His third ability is an SP cost of 95 that becomes 76. It's a 2-hit single target fan physical damage attack, once 45 that becomes 55, and a max boost. It consumes 100 SP from each allies to increase the potency by 5 times, with a max potency of 1200. This is similar to the OG Bargello's Perseverante. Lastly, his TP skill, it's an SP cost of good old 69. It's a 5-hit random target fan damage attack, potency 35, and it has a low chance to lower fan resist for 15% for each hit for 2 turns. EX Bargello was given a lane skill, and his lane skill after 2 turns, and you can use the skill after 6 turns. When he uses any battle skill, he exploits all elemental weakness with fan damage calculation. For his EX skill, after turn 7 and 1 usage per battle, it's a 1-hit single target fan physical damage attack, won't see 65, and he consumes 100 SP of each ally, this then becomes a hit. For his ultimate at level 1 to level 10, he goes first. He gives all allies a physical and elemental attack 5% at level 1, 10% at level 10, 2 turns at level 1, and 3 turns at level 10. Also gives any dancer a 100% potency up to their skills for 1 turn. For his notable support skills, his first one is an SP cost of 60. It raises the BP recovery of a single ally by 1 for 2 to 5 turns based on a boost level. The second ability is an SP cost of 40 that becomes 32. It gives the front row a damage cap of 50,000, 2 to 5 turns based on a boost level. For his passive, his first one gives the front row buffs based on the number of dancers in the party. For 2 dancers, a 15% physical and elemental attack up. 3 more dancers, 30% fan damage up. 4 more dancers, he grants the front row a SP regen, 3% of the max SP. And at 6 dancers, he gives the front row a HP regen, a 50% of the max HP. For his second passive, after consuming 3 more BP, he can deal a follow-up up to 4-hit single target fan damage attack, once a 100, for each dancer in the party. So if there's 4 dancers, he deals an additional 4 hits. And at 6 stars, and this has been increased to 8 hits, so essentially 8 dancers means 8 hits. And then he has a 10% of wind resistance and 20 of lightning. Taking a look at his stats, he has the highest physical attack stat in the game when it comes to dancers. He's rocking 485 at level 120. And Megardi, who was a free dancer, comes quite close as she's at 480 at level 120. With EX Bargello having the highest physical stat, he suffers tremendously in the speed stat, unlike most dancers who are usually pretty fast. He's incredibly slow at 387 at level 120, so keep that in mind. So now the main question, should you pull? He's a luxury or nice to have traveler. The meta for physical damage for fan isn't great. The most notable traveler that we have now that fits this role is the OG Tatlock, who has been previously buffed. But even with that, it's still not enough for physical fan users to shine. With his EX skill, which consumes 100 SP from all, dealing up to 9 hits, and his passive, if you have a full party of dancers, you'll get 17 hits to fan. Combine that with his lane skill, where you can also exploit all elements, and then you have a 17 hit to fan in all elements in the game. Now for the bad part. You'll have to upgrade his passive, so you'll need to level him up firstly, and his lane skill requires you to wait 2 turns and allows you to reuse after 6 turns. Then finally, his EX skill is a 1-time use per battle and can only be used after turn 7. Even more bad news is the fact that he wants to be in a dancer-only team. If you're trying to maximize the amount of hits that you can do, you'll have to gather all the dancers that you have in your arsenal. Chances are, unless you're a dolphin or whale, you might not have too many great dancers to put in battle. His ultimate is essentially a AoE solo ultimate, or a 100% potency up to all skills, but only if the ally is a dancer. And while it's decent, a lot of these travelers that we have currently won't be able to take advantage of this offensive support, as a good amount of them are either used as a buffer or a support. Next, his A4 accessory. It's similar to OG Bargello's A4 accessory. It's a 80 to physical attack and 60 to SP, and a 100,000 damage cap up, but fan resist down by 20% when the front row breaks the enemy. The 100,000 damage cap up is the best aspect about this A4 accessory. Everything else is sprinkles on top. It would be a much better A4 accessory if the physical attack stat was higher, and the passive effect gave a more useful ability, such as either a defense down or a physical resist down. But that fan resist down is rather useless. Let's keep on moving along. Longevity. I can still somewhat see him being used in the future, as again he provides a lot of utility to breaking fan weaknesses, but that's only if COTC decides to show more love, bringing more travelers who specializes in fan weaknesses. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case, as we're about to enter a new meta with daggers and then swords. But with that, let's go ahead and finish up. Character design 4.5 out of 5. Bargello looks pretty damn cool. Nothing like going through the story of COTC half naked and then taking names. VA 5 out of 5. This is my boy Janos, and of course, Bargello. Abilities 3.25. He's decent with a lot of skills that we've seen before, but his passives are his main selling. Longevity 3.25 out of 5. Until we see better travelers come out for fan weaknesses, he might be benched until then. Global buff 0 out of 5. Unlimited. We're changing it up a bit from now on, and COTC travelers in a seasonal banner will get a 0.5 out of 5, as these characters barely get any reruns until the season comes around. So for EX Bargello, a 0.5 out of 5, as he is a summer traveler and he's on his own separate banner. Overall impression 3.25 out of 5. Decent, not bad, but also not great. Now if he was a warrior with these skills and passives, he would be quite amazing, as warriors are some of the strongest characters in the game. Anyways, I'll be doing a few pulls for him. I wouldn't mind seeing Bargello spin around for days while smacking enemies multiple times with a fan. Let me know if you'd be pulling for him also. Again, he's more of a fun unit than a needed unit. But that was it for EX Bargello. I'll catch you next time. Take care of yourself like always. Flat out.